Inside my mind, I have a lot of experience fighting. Make sure you join my Discord server, link in description. Let's go. You can see we actually get some free damage of this guy because he rocket rams, but that is not the point of this clip. He rocket rams all the way to low ground and he's going to box up there. We hit him a quick 30 right here and then we drop down straight after him. What this clip is good for is just knowing when someone's going to edit out on you. When we drop down, we're doing everything we can to confuse them. We're spraying at the wall, we're pickaxing the wall, we're pulling our gun out, then we're spraying it, we're pickaxing, we're failing to take it. We're doing all of this in a row. And then you see he runs forward here as we're swinging our pickaxe. That's when we pull a gun out. We start seeing him running forwards and we pull out our gun and it's just a free kill because we're waiting for him to come out, we're waiting for him to make that starting move. The run forward was a signal to us that he was going to run out on us. Right here in this clip you can see that we're looking for him and we're going to drop down this wall. I actually box this part in to establish piece control, but we can see he's just beyond it. Pause the clip, you can see he's just behind that ramp there. So I'm going to go to the left because I know he's going to try to go to the right and claim the exact same pieces as me. So if I go to the left, I'm going to cut him off and I get a ramp over his head, which secures me a pretty free kill. Just keeping aware of the opponent in this fight meant I got a super free kill there, even with the charged shotgun, which I find quite hard to use. I start this one off with a mantle up. Mantles are incredibly useful to get the high ground in fights, and when used well, they're super powerful. I then get a high wall on them, which is really useful because it means I've claimed one of the walls of the box that he's going into, and that means I can full box him here. I get the cone, all 3 walls, and I've got everything. So what do? I don't spray from that wall I've just taken. I jump to the side, let him out, and while he's spraying at that wall, I charge up my shotgun. I hit him a fat 134, and this is when I try to finish the fight, but he manages to get away. Now what do you do in a situation, you ask? You'd go up, and that's exactly what this guy did. After that, in this part of the fight, you can see he's gone up, and I instantly see connected by 2 structures, and I can get him down within 4 swings of my pickaxe, and that is exactly what happens. I charge the shotgun while all the builds are breaking, and that's a free 102, and that's the end of the fight. Pretty good. You always need to know when the best times to break down builds are, and when they're broken down well, it's super powerful. If you're enjoying this video so far and want to see even more, make sure you go JKC in the Fortnite item shop. It's currently the last day of the month, which means you guys get 6 more people using the code to get 50 supporters, so I can double daily upload for a day in October. You don't actually have to buy anything with the code, just having it in the Fortnite item shop supports me a lot. Let's get right back into it. I know you can do it, guys. As I said in the last clip, knocking people out is a super good way to end fights. So right here you can see what happens is I edit the wall down below. He thinks I'm going from that angle, and then I edit the cone, which really throws him off, and that gives me a chance to hit a nice little shot on him. He's then on the defensive. I do an insane free build up to the top, and I see that he's only held up by a couple builds, so I can knock him out. Most of the walls are my edits as well, so once I edit him out, it was a pretty simple matter, just hit him 77, end the fight. Obviously we could have done without the massive free build, but I was flexing a bit, okay? This fight was super good and involved reading the opponent to a massive degree. We get the cone over his head, reset it super fast. I want you to take a guess of where he's going here. Take a look, where is he going? That way, that's right. He faces through my wall, which I take 60 damage from. That's not a problem, because I actually do a lot more damage to him in return. If you're this guy with 1 open wall, where would you go? Yep, that's right, you'd go to the right, because that's the only open wall there is. So he places a ramp, I get the cone ahead. He ends up looking like a flopper in this fight. This is where you gotta look at where the open walls are in the box, and look at where the opponent's body language is, where the opponent's facing, so you can guess where they're gonna go in the box. Super easy kill. It should have been a lot harder, because this guy wasn't even that bad. You can see we get the shot to start the fight, we then box up, he's spraying. We go for a pre-fight here. If someone's spraying a wall, you should always go for a pre-fight. We hit him 130, which is incredibly nice. We then box up, we have a chance to pop our slurp because we're a little bit low on health. This is where the bait play comes in. We try bait him because we think he's going to go to the side, but he's looking and focusing on that side, so then we just edit the wall in front of him and he's gone. You can see the pre-fire was incredibly useful in that fight, and if you want to learn how to pre-fire in every way possible, make sure you click this video on the screen right now. It is a banger, ladies and gentlemen, trust me.